Travis Kelce proposing to Taylor Swift is a prime example of how Black women are constantly overlooked when it comes to commitment, longevity, proposals, weddings, and these men choosing us.
So Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift, and now, apparently, that is a racial issue. That somehow confirms the racial bias on Black women. You heard that right. A TikToker is claiming that because Travis Kelce dated a Black woman for 6 years without proposing to her, but proposed to Taylor Swift after 2 years, it proves that Black women are overlooked, and not just by Kelce, but by the society at large. This is the kind of logic that fuels endless victimhood, twisting a celebrity engagement into some kind of proof that society is conspiring against Black women. Today, we're going to dismantle this entire argument piece by piece and talk about what is really at play in this argument, which is bad logic, emotional manipulation, and zero accountability. Let's go.
Travis Kelce proposing to Taylor Swift is a prime example of how Black women are constantly overlooked when it comes to commitment, longevity, proposals, weddings, and these men choosing us. Prior to Taylor Swift, Kelce dated Kayla, who was a Black woman, for over 6 years. And that wasn't enough time for him to realize he wanted to be with her, to build a legacy, to propose, to commit. But 2 years was enough. Now, somebody might argue me and say, well, maybe Taylor Swift was more his type. Maybe that may be true. But how is a girl not your type if you're with her for 6 years? If you ever been to a college graduation and you see the graduates, have you ever seen the young white women and how they have their rings already? 23, 24-year-old women already proposed to because there's a plan. They have a plan in life that they know that they have to get married, start family, start legacy, and build up from there. When it comes to Black women, they just want to make us baby mamas and leave us, and they just want to never commit fully and not treat us the same as far as being chosen like other races. And the fact that women are really not in control of proposing, we're waiting for these men to give us what we deserve, but it just never comes. Therefore, we then have to leave. Therefore, that we create a broken family, a broken household, and it continues and continues until Black men start choosing us like other races choose their people, their women. Until Black men start choosing us, the narrative is never going to stop. The broken family dynamic is never going to stop, or Black women have to be chosen by other men, and that's not always a given either.
Travis Kelce dating a Black woman for 6 years without marrying her proves that Black women are not being chosen. That is ridiculous. That is crazy. Just because you dated somebody for 6 years doesn't mean you're supposed to marry them. People grow apart. People realize they want different things. Not every relationship ends in marriage, and that has nothing to do with racial oppression. That is just adulthood. Why is there an assumption that Travis Kelce owed Nicole a ring because of time served? Since when is dating a contract with a guaranteed outcome, guys? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Mind you, this woman did not put into consideration the compatibility of these individuals involved. She made no mention of timing, no mention of emotional maturity, no mention of values, goals, or the simple fact that not all relationships are supposed to end in marriage. Two individuals who happen to be white got engaged to each other. Now, what does that have to do with Black women? What does that have to do with the Black race? Why are some people so obsessed with race, so obsessed with white people? Why are some people hell-bent on making everything about white people's fault? Travis Kelce got engaged to Taylor Swift. Oh, this is white supremacy. This is oppression against Black women. Now, I'm sure that if he had gotten engaged to his ex-Black girlfriend, people like this woman will still flip it around and blame white people. They'll still be like, oh, a white man is trying to colonize a beautiful Black queen by getting engaged to her and marrying her. This is oppression. Guys, it is always going to be the white man's fault, the white people's fault. This has turned into an obsession with white people. It is becoming dangerous at this point. What is wrong with some of these Black people? And come to think of it, Taylor Swift, the same woman Kelce is supposedly chosen over a Black woman, was in a 6-year relationship with actor Joe Alwyn. no ring, no engagement, no wedding. But we did not see white women coming on TikTok crying about how Joe Alwyn disrespected Taylor Swift or how she deserved a ring. You know why? Because mature people understand that some relationships just do not work out. Taylor Swift also dated several other white men. For the record, none of them married her. So how is this about race? Please make it make sense. Guys, this has nothing to do with black women. Instead, it has everything to do with chemistry, timing, and values. There is this misguided idea that if you're with someone for a certain amount of time, they owe you a proposal. But that is not how things work. You can be with someone for 10 years and still not be right for each other. What if Kayla and Travis had serious differences in values, in lifestyle, in future plans? Are we supposed to ignore all that and expect him to propose just to avoid being called racist? I mean, come on, guys. What is this? And also, this woman blames men and society for black women becoming single mothers, as if women have no control in whom they sleep with or how they build a family. And this goes to any woman watching me right now. If you are not married, why are you having kids? If your partner hasn't committed to you, why are you risking permanent ties with him through children? And also, I am not saying that you should get an abortion. No, I would never advise you to do that. I am saying that you should keep your legs together. Have some self-control. Have some self-dignity for yourself. What happened to waiting until your marriage before having intercourse with your partner or before having kids? Call me old-fashioned, but guys, that is the way it should be. And if you are doing anything contrary to that, then do not blame anybody when the consequences come calling. And it is not society's fault. It is not men's fault. It is your decision, and it comes with consequences. Reasonable people would call that personal responsibility. So, I don't know if these women have it. The baby mama epidemic is not a racial cause. It is a result of bad decisions being made over and over and over again and then passed off as oppression. And again, I also want to address one of the core problems in her logic, okay? The assumption that men are the gatekeepers of family, marriage, and stability, while women are passive victims waiting to be chosen. That is not really true, because women have more control than ever over their bodies, over their time, over their choices, over their futures. So if you're waiting 6 years for a proposal from a man who has not given you any ring or commitment, then that is not his fault. That is entirely your fault. You stayed. You tolerated it. You settled for that. Don't cry about not being chosen after spending years and years with someone who did not show up for you. If you're having premarital sex also with a man who is not married to you, that is also your fault because you accepted that. And then when you find yourself pregnant with an unwanted child in this case, then that is also your fault. If you're a black girl boss and you think that you don't need any man to be actually happy in life, and you believe that your career is more important than any marital commitment, then that is also your decision. That is entirely your fault. So no, Travis Kelce proposing to Taylor Swift is not an attack on black women. It is not. It is not proof of a systemic failure. It is just one man making a personal choice to propose to somebody he loves. If you want commitment, guys, choose better partners, okay? If you want a strong family, stop building it backwards. If you want to be respected, respect yourself enough to walk away from a man who do not want the same things you do. And when I say walk away, guys, I don't mean after you have had several kids out of wedlock. No, that is not what I mean. Also, leave white people alone. They are not your problem. We need to stop turning every individual outcome into a political crisis and start promoting self-respect, dignity, and maturity, because that is exactly what builds families, not TikTok rants about a white man getting married to his white partner. As always, guys, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or supporting the channel in any way that you can. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.